As a heart doctor, I've witnessed something alarming that I need to share with you. Some vegetables you eat daily could be slowly damaging your heart. I know this sounds shocking, but seniors come into my clinic thinking they're doing everything right, eating greens, cutting sugar, avoiding fried foods. What they don't realize is that certain vegetables, when eaten the wrong way or combined with medications, can quietly push their heart toward failure. Some raise blood pressure, others interfere with life-saving medications, and some carry bacteria your aging body can't fight. The hidden danger. The truth is heartbreaking. Patients believe they're eating healthy, but their clean diet is actually interfering with life-saving treatments. These aren't exotic vegetables. They're common ones sitting in your refrigerator right now. The good news? These risks are completely avoidable once you know what to look for. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 5 dangerous vegetables that seniors must either avoid or prepare differently. I'll explain why each one is risky and show you heart-friendly alternatives that will actually protect your cardiovascular. Why this matters now. Before we dive deeper, understand that this isn't about fear-mongering. This is about survival. Your heart has been beating faithfully for decades, but after 60, it needs different care. The same foods that nourished you in your youth might now be working against you. Every day I see seniors who followed traditional health advice only to end up with complications that could have been prevented. If you're watching this, you still have time to make changes that could add years to your life and life to your years. Spinach, the blood thinner problem. Let's start with spinach, long celebrated as a superfood. For many, it truly is beneficial, but for seniors over 60 on heart medications, spinach can become a silent health hazard. Spinach is loaded with vitamin K, crucial for blood clotting. Here's the danger. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, commonly prescribed after heart attacks, strokes, or for atrial fibrillation, too much vitamin K can undo your medication's protection. It thickens your blood, counteracts the drug's effects, and most seniors have no idea this interaction is happening while they feel perfectly fine. The warfarin-spinach interaction. I've treated patients who suffered mini-strokes or dangerous clots, all because they started adding spinach smoothies or large salads to their daily routine without realizing the impact. Your medication is working to keep your blood thin and flowing smoothly, preventing deadly clots. But when you suddenly increase your vitamin K intake through spinach, you're essentially fighting against your own treatment. The medication becomes powerless and your body loses its defense against stroke-causing blood clots. This interaction is silent, deadly, and completely preventable with proper knowledge. Spinach solution strategy. Spinach isn't your enemy, but inconsistency is. If you're going to eat spinach while on blood thinners, do so in small, consistent amounts. Never suddenly increase or decrease your intake without consulting your doctor. Many patients make the mistake of eating no greens for weeks, then having a large spinach salad, causing dangerous fluctuations in their medication effectiveness. Always inform your healthcare provider when making dietary changes. What you eat can either strengthen your medicine or completely sabotage it. Remember, not every vegetable is heart healthy for every senior, especially those on medications. Pickled cucumbers introduction. Next, let's discuss pickled cucumbers, those crisp, tangy additions that seem perfectly harmless. They're often the perfect side to a sandwich, refreshing and seemingly innocent. But for seniors over 60, especially those with high blood pressure or heart issues, this common snack may be doing more damage than you realize. Most people don't think twice about a few pickle slices, but the truth is those tiny green bites are soaked in sodium-packed brine. Sometimes a single serving contains more than 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That's 2/3 of the daily salt limit recommended for older adults. The sodium trap. Sodium isn't just flavoring, it's a chemical that holds water in your bloodstream, increases blood volume, and puts enormous pressure on your heart and blood vessels. Over time, this constant pressure leads to hypertension, arterial stiffness, and ultimately heart failure. I've had patients come in completely baffled about why their blood pressure remained dangerously high despite eating healthy. They had cut out fried foods, started exercising, even stopped drinking alcohol. But they never suspected that the small pile of pickles on their daily plate was slowly sabotaging all their hard work and progress. Silent salt damage. The scariest part about salt damage is that it doesn't announce itself. There are no warning signs until you experience a stroke, chest pain, or receive the frightening diagnosis of congestive heart failure. If you're over 60, your kidneys can't filter salt as efficiently as they once did, and your arteries are more vulnerable to damage. Pickles, canned vegetables, and even seemingly healthy soups can carry hidden salt loads that quietly undo all your efforts at home cooking, careful meal planning, and heart-healthy living. Reading labels becomes a matter of life and death. Salt alternatives. Instead of reaching for pickles, try flavoring your food with fresh herbs, lemon juice, or garlic powder. These alternatives can save your heart more than you know. When you cook at home, you control the sodium content. When you read labels carefully, you avoid hidden salt bombs. Small changes like choosing fresh vegetables over pickled ones, rinsing canned vegetables, or making your own seasoning blends can dramatically reduce your daily sodium intake. Your heart will thank you with better blood pressure, improved circulation, and reduced risk of cardiovascular events that could change your life forever. Red chili peppers, cultural comfort. For many seniors, food represents more than nourishment, it's memory, culture, and comfort. Nothing brings meals alive like spice, and red chili peppers have been adding heat and passion to dishes for generations. It's tradition, flavor, and cultural identity on a plate. But what many don't realize is that this fiery little vegetable may be lighting a slow-burning fuse inside your chest. After decades of enjoying spicy foods, your aging body responds differently to the same ingredients that once brought you joy without consequence. The physiological response. Red chili peppers, especially hot concentrated varieties, trigger a cascade of reactions in your body. They stimulate your nervous system, raise adrenaline levels, and increase your heart rate significantly. For younger, healthy individuals, this might create nothing more than a pleasant warming sensation. But after age 60, when arteries become more rigid and the heart grows more sensitive to stimulation, this extra stress becomes genuinely dangerous. Your cardiovascular system simply can't handle the same level of stimulation it once could without consequences. Emergency room visits. I've seen older patients rush into my clinic with heart palpitations, chest tightness, or dangerous spikes in blood pressure, often occurring within hours of eating a particularly spicy meal. Yet they never suspected the culprit was the innocent-looking pepper in their food. The problem isn't just the heat sensation you feel in your mouth, it's your entire body's stress response. Blood vessels tighten, blood pressure surges dramatically, and if you already have heart disease or hypertension, that one spicy meal can push your heart into a dangerous rhythm or even trigger a cardiac event. Chronic inflammation from spice. Over time, frequent consumption of hot chili peppers can lead to chronic inflammation throughout your vascular system. This inflammation slowly wears down the very pathways your heart relies on to keep you alive and healthy. Your blood vessels become less flexible, your circulation becomes impaired, and your cardiovascular system ages faster than it should. I'm not suggesting you need to live without flavor entirely, but you don't need fire to make food delicious. Mild herbs, fresh garlic, ginger, and citrus can bring your meals alive without taxing your heart unnecessarily. Raw garlic introduction. Garlic has earned its revered place in natural healing for centuries. It's been praised for lowering cholesterol, thinning blood naturally, and supporting overall heart health. Many seniors trust garlic deeply, adding raw cloves to their meals or even swallowing them whole like medicine. While garlic can indeed be powerfully beneficial, that same power can quietly become dangerous when misused or misunderstood. What most people don't realize is that raw garlic acts as a potent blood thinner, and this natural property can create serious complications when combined with prescription medications. Dangerous drug interactions. When raw garlic combines with certain heart medications, especially anticoagulants like warfarin or even daily aspirin, it can dangerously amplify their blood-thinning effects. This means your blood may become too thin, dramatically increasing your risk of internal bleeding, excessive bruising, and in severe cases, life-threatening hemorrhages. I've treated patients who experienced nosebleeds that wouldn't stop, noticed black stools indicating internal bleeding, or suffered sudden drops in blood pressure, all while believing they were being proactive about their health with natural garlic supplementation. Blood pressure complications. Beyond bleeding risks, garlic consumed in large raw quantities can also lower blood pressure abruptly and unpredictably. For someone already taking medication for hypertension, this can cause dangerous dizziness, extreme fatigue, or even fainting episodes. At a certain point, when blood pressure drops too low, your heart doesn't receive the blood flow it desperately needs to function properly. And that's where real, lasting damage begins. The most frustrating part is that you feel like you're doing everything right. Avoiding junk food, being careful with your diet, trusting in remedies celebrated for generations. Natural medicine limits. The truth about natural remedies is that even beneficial foods have limits and potential dangers. After 60, your body fundamentally changes how it responds to both food and medicine. Interactions that never mattered before suddenly become critical. The best health decisions aren't made based solely on tradition or what worked for previous generations, but from understanding how your current body, with its current medications and current health status, will respond. If you love garlic, use it cooked and in moderation, but always discuss significant dietary changes with your healthcare provider before making them daily habits. Raw sprouts, the fresh deception. Raw sprouts like alfalfa, bean, or monk sprouts look incredibly fresh, vibrant, and full of life. They're often praised as superfoods for their satisfying crunch, natural enzymes, and clean, raw nutritional energy. For many health-conscious seniors, tossing a handful of sprouts onto a sandwich or salad feels like making the perfect healthy choice. But behind their delicate, innocent appearance lies a hidden danger that can quietly undermine not just your heart health, but your overall well-being. These seemingly perfect vegetables harbor risks that younger bodies might handle but senior immune systems cannot. Bacterial growth conditions. Sprouts grow in warm, consistently moist environments, precisely the same conditions where dangerous bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria thrive and multiply rapidly. While younger adults might recover from foodborne illnesses with nothing more than temporary discomfort, seniors face much higher risks of severe, life-threatening consequences. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, and our body's ability to fight off infections becomes slower, less efficient, and less reliable. What starts as a seemingly mild stomach ache can rapidly evolve into sepsis, dangerous dehydration, or serious infections. Heart-specific infection risks. In my years treating older patients with existing heart conditions, I've witnessed how something as seemingly harmless as a contaminated sprout led to immediate hospitalizations, irregular heart rhythms, or dangerously worsened congestive heart failure. One particularly serious risk is endocarditis, a potentially fatal infection of the heart's inner lining. Your body simply cannot heal and strengthen your heart when it's desperately busy fighting off a serious bacterial infection. These infections often develop and progress without obvious symptoms until it's too late for simple treatment, requiring aggressive medical intervention that stresses an already vulnerable cardiovascular system. The cruel irony. The irony of sprout contamination is absolutely heartbreaking. You're trying to eat fresh, eat green, eat clean, making all the right choices for your health, only to be seriously harmed by the very foods specifically meant to nourish and strengthen your body. That's exactly why raw sprouts should never be taken lightly or consumed carelessly by seniors. If you absolutely must enjoy sprouts, cook them first. A quick sauté or brief steaming can effectively kill harmful bacteria while preserving most of the flavor and nutritional benefits you're seeking from these vegetables. Transition to solutions. In your journey to protect your heart, it's not just about what you eat, it's about how you eat it and how your current body, not the body you had 20 years ago, is able to handle different foods safely. Now that we've covered the vegetables that pose hidden risks, you might be wondering what you can safely eat. What foods actually help your heart heal, strengthen, and thrive after 60? The answer isn't found in trendy diets or miracle ingredients that promise impossible results overnight. Heart-healthy vegetables. The answer lies in real, whole vegetables that actively support your aging heart's unique and changing needs. Choose foods that reduce harmful inflammation, naturally balance blood pressure, nourish your blood vessels, and work in harmony with your medications instead of fighting against them. Steamed broccoli, gently roasted carrots, sautéed kale, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, and heart-healthy legumes like lentils and green beans are all excellent, safe choices. These vegetables are naturally rich in antioxidants, potassium, fiber, and beneficial plant compounds that actively protect your arteries and significantly lower strain on your heart. Gentle preparation methods. Unlike raw sprouts or sodium-packed pickles, these properly prepared vegetables are genuinely kind to your body, easy to digest, and actively support stable blood sugar and blood pressure levels. After 60, your heart doesn't need extreme diets or radical changes that shock your system. It needs consistency, balance, and foods that truly love you back. I've watched countless patients completely turn their heart health around, not through medication alone, but by thoughtfully building plates that are simple, warm, and naturally healing. Simple daily choices. Picture this: a cup of lightly steamed greens, a perfectly baked root vegetable, a comforting bowl of bean soup. These small, simple choices made consistently day after day can actually reverse years of silent cardiovascular damage. If you're worried that healthy food has to be bland, boring, or tasteless, think again. Fresh herbs like rosemary, anti-inflammatory turmeric, garlic used in moderation, and bright fresh lemon can bring incredible flavor to your meals without creating dangerous stress on your cardiovascular system. Food should nourish not just your heart, but your spirit and enjoyment of life. Your heart's journey. Your remarkable heart has been beating faithfully for you since the very day you were born, over 2 billion times by the time you reach 60. It has never asked for anything in return, never complained, never stopped working for you. But now it's quietly asking for your attention and care. Aging isn't about giving up on life or accepting decline. It's about getting wiser, and true wisdom means understanding that what once worked perfectly for your body may no longer serve you well or safely. Hope and healing. The vegetables that helped nourish you in your youth might now quietly harm you if eaten the wrong way, at the wrong time, or alongside the wrong medications. But here's the incredibly good news that I want you to hold on to. You're not too late to make changes. The damage isn't final or irreversible. Every small, positive change you make today, what you choose to eat, what you decide to avoid, how you move your body, how you prioritize rest, can begin to reverse years of silent strain and damage to your cardiovascular system. Real patient success. I've witnessed this transformation happen repeatedly. Seniors who came to my office tired, breathless, and feeling defeated have returned months later with stronger pulses, clearer minds, and lighter, more energetic steps. This didn't happen because they did something extreme or impossible. It happened because they paid careful attention to their bodies, listened to professional medical advice, and made better choices consistently, one day at a time. You don't need to be perfect in every choice. You just need to be consistent in your commitment to your health. Your heart still has time. Your heart still has time, still has strength, and still has so much love to give to you, to your family, and to this precious life you've worked so hard to build over the decades. So start making changes today. Thoughtfully revisit what's on your plate, honestly rethink your daily habits, and actively reclaim the energy that's rightfully yours. Your next heartbeat is truly a gift, and it's completely yours to protect, cherish, and honor. Take care of your heart, and it will take care of you for many more years to come. Thanks for watching.